vigrahe parīhāraṃ kṛte śūnyatayā vadet sarvaṃ tasyāparihṛtaṃ samaṃ sādhyena jāyate.
Vigrahe parīhāraṃ kṛte śūnyatayā vadet sarvaṃ tasyāparihṛtaṃ samaṃ sādhyena jāyate. MMK chapter 4 verse 8. Say that someone voices a refutation where an argument is being made using emptiness. Everything seeming yet to be established becomes not refuted by that voice. So the last two verses of this chapter, verses 8 and 9, I think provide an example of what is called in verse 7, kṛte, a step. And the step in question is from using emptiness, that śūnyatayā means instrumental of the feminine śūnyatayā. So śūnyatayā means with emptiness or by means of emptiness or using emptiness. And in verse 8, it means using emptiness, sort of like David Hume used a wrecking ball of empiricism in philosophy. It's like using emptiness as a philosophical weapon. And but then there's a step into verse 9, the concluding verse of the chapter, in which it means you're really communicating the truth, you're expressing the Buddha's truth, not in a philosophical argument, but with emptiness. So that means with action practiced, not on the grounds of grasping for something, but on the grounds of emptiness. So practicing with emptiness in that case means with unselfishness, with non-doing, with non-end-gaining. So in light of that, so yesterday I translated kṛte as progression, thinking that there was a progression from the concept of non-empty, self-existing things as they are to the conception that all is empty. And that mirrors my own experience from being taught that emptiness means something as it is, like the moon as it is, with nothing, no filter on it, in the same way that kara-ashi, barefooted, means your feet just as they are, without socks and shoes on. So that understanding of emptiness is not necessarily false. There's merit in it, seeing things as they are, conventionally, at the level of conventional truth. But for me, coming to the Alexander technique was a kind of progression from seeing the point of just to sit, zazen is zazen, sitting is sitting, from that to a more profound understanding that sitting is a function of everything. There is no such thing as sitting as a thing unto itself. So to think of that as a progression is one way of thinking about it, but a deeper understanding is to call it if it means a step, which kṛte literally means a step, then it's better to understand it, of course, as what Master Dogen called the backward step. The backward step of turning our light and letting it shine. Again, in MMK chapter 2, Nagarjuna says, sampravritischa nivritischa. There is sampravriti, rolling forward together, so progressive action, and nivriti, which means rolling back, turning back. And out of those two, it's not that nivriti is a denial of the value of sampravriti, But out of those two, it's nivriti which Ashwaghosa emphasizes as the having to do with the truth of cessation of suffering. So it's the one that we're really interested in, and the one that best describes going back. See, pratitya also has that sense of what we go back to. The point isn't to go forward and create something original. The point is to go back to what the Buddha went back to. And what the Buddha went back to is śūnyatayā samyukta, connected with emptiness. So having blathered at undue length on that point, let's get to the translation word by word. So, say that someone voices is yaha vadet. So yaha means one who, nominative singular masculine. So he who. Vadet is optative. So it's optative, third person singular optative of vad, to speak or to give voice to. So yaha vadet literally means he might say. So one way of translating it is if someone says such and such, but that makes quite a long and clumsy sentence. So I thought I'd split the verse into two sentences, or at least two clauses, and translate yaha vadet. Say that someone voices a refutation, parīhāraṃ. Parīhāraṃ, long I, long first day. So parīhāra is given in the dictionary as avoiding, shunning, disrespect. Hara has a sense of sweeping, so kind of sweeping away, I think. But this is a vriddhi form anyway, and it means avoiding, shunning, disrespect. Vriddhi means a strong form. So parīhṛtaṃ with a short e, I think means something like sweeping away. But the vriddhi form is parīhāraṃ. So avoiding, shunning, disrespect. So I've translated it as refutation because it's in the context of vigrahe kṛte, and that's a locative absolute phrase, and it means vigraha means an argument, and kṛte means has been made or is being made. So locative absolute, so vigrahe, locative of vigraha, kṛte, locative of kṛte, vigrahe kṛte, where an argument is being made. So relevant to this is a work that I have done a draft translation of as part of my laying the groundwork to attack MMK itself, and that work is called Vigraha Vyavartani Vritti. So that's another play on the word vrit, which means to roll, as in sampravrit, roll forward, progressive action, nivriti, rolling back, cessation. So vritti means what's turned towards, so it means a commentary or a treatment. Then vyavartani, vartani is also from the root vrit, so vyavartani means turning away, and vigraha means arguments or disputes or objections. So vigraha vyavartani vritti, what is turned towards, turning away of arguments, or a nice alliterative title, overturning of objections. So where an argument is being made, then it's natural in that context, where a dispute is going on or an argument is being made, that someone voices a refutation using emptiness, śūnyatayā, again instrumental singular of the feminine of śūnyatayā. So say that someone voices a refutation, parīhāraṃ vadet, where an argument is being made, vigrahe kṛte, using emptiness, śūnyatayā. If you try to remember this verse, you'll probably have the same difficulty with me in that in English we put those words together like that. So, parīhāraṃ vadet, say that someone voices a refutation, where an argument is being made, vigrahe kṛte, using emptiness, śūnyatayā. But in Sanskrit you can put the words in any order just to fit the meter, and that's what Nagarjuna's done here. So vigrahe and kṛte, where an argument is being made, are in different padas. So it's vigrahe parīhāraṃ, kṛte śūnyatayā vadet. Say that someone voices a refutation, where an argument is being made using emptiness. So in that case, is understood. I haven't translated in that case. Everything, sarvaṃ, nominative, singular neuter, sarvaṃ, all, everything, seeming yet to be established. Okay, so this is a difficult clause to understand. What does it mean, seeming yet to be established? I've just done a double take because I think there's a popped up saying your disk is almost full. I better take care of that and delete something. So samaṃ sādhyena jāyate, seeming yet to be established. The key to understanding this, I think, is to understand that sid, the verbal root sid, to establish, is in the opponent's lexicon. It means to establish a self-existing thing. It's like zazen is zazen. It's like zazen is something established, like you want to put it on a pedestal, establish it and put it on a pedestal. It's as it is. And that's the viewpoint of Zen realism. It wants to establish, I was going to say something which is better left unsaid. So Richa said nothing. One of my favourite phrases in Lee Child's writing, which I too often fail to heed. Richa said nothing. You can find many examples where Zen realists try to establish this and that. Because once something is established, then it's established, which is the eternity view. I think because once something is established as a self-existing thing, it's immutable, it's not subject to change. So from a certain point of view, to establish something is the aim. But from where emptiness prevails, nothing is established. So in that context, so sadhya is the future passive participle. It means to be established. It's like waiting to be established. In other words, yet to be established. So sādhyena is instrumental singular. So samaṃ means like or resembling, and it takes the instrumental. So samaṃ sādhyena means like to be established, the same as, yet to be established. And jāyate is a third person singular of jan, to become. So sarvaṃ samaṃ sādhyena jāyate, everything becomes the same as, to be established. So I think what it means is that or you can take the jāyate, it becomes, with parīhāraṃ, which means not refuted. So parīhāraṃ means refutation from the verbal root kṛte. So parīhāraṃ means to refute. Parīhṛtaṃ is past participle, refuted, and parīhāraṃ means not refuted. So I've translated parīhṛtaṃ jāyate becomes not refuted. Then tasyāparihṛtaṃ is by that person originally, but with a bit of poetic license I've translated by that voice. So tasyāparihṛtaṃ just means by that one. So I've translated everything seeming yet to be established becomes not refuted by that voice. So everything, sarvaṃ, seeming yet to be established, samaṃ sādhyena, becomes jāyate, not refuted, parīhāraṃ, by that voice, tasyāparihṛtaṃ, so by that one. So it's suggesting that in an argument where, say, Nagarjuna is making his case using emptiness, and the opponent voices a refutation, then as far as Nagarjuna is concerned, everything is empty. It means it's beyond refutation. So what the opponent can affirm or refute in his way of seeing things is only non-empty, self-existing things. That's his basis for making a refutation. But from Nagarjuna's standpoint, where everything is empty, where emptiness prevails, there is nothing to be refuted. I don't know if I've made that clear or not, but it sarvaṃ tasyāparihṛtaṃ samaṃ sādhyena jāyate. Everything seeming yet to be established becomes not refuted by that voice. I think if I spend another half hour trying to explain it, if you're not ready to understand it, you won't understand it anyway. So, sarvaṃ tasyāparihṛtaṃ samaṃ sādhyena jāyate. In a sense, that's the point, isn't it? If we want to understand it, following on from the last chapter, and if I'm desperate to make you see it, that's different from an act of looking. It's not that we don't want to see the real meaning of it, but if we're in a hurry to gain that end, then, as we'll explore in the next verse, that isn't using emptiness. That's not exploring with emptiness. So this is something that I just understood for myself over the years of grappling with MMK. You make yourself miserable if you try to understand it, because it's so profound. But the antidote to that kind of misery, just be like a child reciting a nursery rhyme. Fortunately, we've got the excellent and beautiful recitation by Kashinath on boardisfara.com. So just listen to that and be like a child who's enjoying reciting a nursery rhyme without any desire to get to the end of understanding what it means. Vigrahe parīhāraṃ kṛte śūnyatayā vadet sarvaṃ tasyāparihṛtaṃ samaṃ sādhyena jāyate. Say that someone voices a refutation where an argument is being made using emptiness. Everything seeming yet to be established becomes not refuted by that voice.
vigrahe parīhāraṃ kṛte śūnyatayā vadet sarvaṃ tasyāparihṛtaṃ samaṃ sādhyena jāyate.